Today you're going to be making a foam stamp onto a piece of cardboard. The first step is to take that piece of cardboard that's your template and trace it onto your sketch paper. And then on your sketch paper, you're going to think about what kinds of abstract shapes you would like to draw for your stamp. The most important thing to know is that you cannot draw shapes that are overlapping. So if I draw this shape right here, I can't draw another shape inside of it, just because of the way that the stamp is going to get put together. So instead, you're going to be drawing shapes either side by side, or you could draw shapes that have space in between them. It's up to you. You just want to make sure that none of those shapes are on top of each other. You can't put smaller shapes or lines inside of bigger shapes. Actually, you can put lines. Let me show you a trick for that. Let's say for this one, I wanted to have zigzags inside. There is a way to do that. All right, once I have all of my shapes drawn on my sketch paper, I'm gonna take a piece of blue tape and I'm gonna tape the foam onto the back of my sketch. And you can even hold your sketch up to the light if you wanna make sure that you've got it lined up right. Then I'm gonna trace my shapes again onto the foam. And you would trace all of your shapes. I'm going to take a shortcut just so I can show you the next step. Once you have all of the shapes traced, you're going to peel it up, kind of flip it over, and you'll see that that line is really soft. So what I need to do is I need to go back and press down harder so that I can see it. And you're gonna do that both for shapes that you're gonna cut out and for lines that you're gonna draw. So for example, for this shape, I'm gonna be cutting out the circle, but then inside the circle, I'm gonna be decorating it with zigzag lines. And then I would flip it over, and I just have to draw that again so that I can see my lines better. It's really important for the lines that you're just using for decoration that you carve it in deep enough. If you don't press down hard enough with those lines, they're not going to show up when you roll the ink onto them. Once I have all of my shapes and lines traced onto my styrofoam, then I'm ready to start cutting them out. When you're cutting out your shapes, you want to make sure that you're cutting from this inside part of your scissors right there. You're going to have the most control, and you want to make sure that you are turning your styrofoam with your shape. So instead of turning my hand into a weird direction to cut my shape out, I'm going to keep my hand comfortable, and I'm going to turn the styrofoam into a weird direction. You're going to cut out all of your shapes. If you want to keep track of them, you can either line them up. I would suggest lining them up on your sketch so that you know that you have all of the shapes that you need.